do 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 do.
Everything you touch,
Ah
you can
ah.
let
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-da. Check check check.
check, check, check.
And that's a sound check. Hello. DW low. Anonymous. Old Egyptian pharaoh. Anon. Umas. Dennis Cross. From Kansas. Very cool. Up in Kansas. RPG Grandma says that she can hear us. I'm going to go with she. Thank you for being here. Neil Morgan, Perkysaurus, thank you. The check is in the mail. Damian Larson, checking in from Utah. William Schmidt-Matson, Sean Hudson over there in El Paso. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight. I am officially Bessy-less. Bessy has a toothache, and so she's going to take the evening off, and I'll just try to get by as best I can with what I got. Look at these lovelies. Manny Marino volunteered to paint some figures for us, did a smashing job. So big thanks to Manny for painting some stuff. I don't want to talk about this too much, though, because I'll probably end up repeating myself. This is my painting, Sloppy, Fast, and Dirty, I like to call it, which also it goes for these goblins back here. Sloppy, Fast, and Dirty. That's how I live my life. Sloppy, fast, and dirty. How about you? Bri G is on here. Welcome, welcome. Eric Miller. Marty Devine is on here. Marty, that was a really weird request. I'm not judging. I'm not judging you, man. I'm not, I'm not going to judge you, but it was weird. So you want blank cards that don't have anything on the back. That would be pretty easy to do. I don't know. It was, and DW chimed in and said, "Yeah, I'd like some too." Like there's like tons of blank cards out there, tons. But you want some that don't have anything on the back. Not judging. Not gonna. Damien Larson says, "Tell Bessie and the kids, thank you for the card." Well, thank you, thank you. Nay is on here. Nay VW. We will go officially live in a little less than uno minuto. What does WIW mean? You kids with your, I want to give you money. uh, I'll just, what is, you kids with your acronyms? Like the card packs that you used to have with gains, with gains leaders, sidekicks printed. Oh, that had the back that wasn't useful. Mistyped wow. There we go. Okay. Don't question my motives. Just give me money. Oh. So if you haven't already, please take a moment right now while I'm asking to click that like button for us. It's really important to us. This is Dave. I'm here at Pulp Alley. We're going to talk about Pulp Alley and tabletop gaming and miniatures for the next, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes or whatever. So I wanted to do a giveaway tonight, but without my Bessie here, I'm working with one hand tied behind my back, possibly both hands tied behind my back because she does far more than I do. I don't feel like we're going to be able to do the giveaway, but I'm going to tease it anyway because hopefully we can do it soon. So How would you guys like to have a set of my painted um counters? So these are just some old resin things that I designed and 3D printed I don't know, back when I actually did 3D printing. And then I painted them up. They're kind of gribbly, but they're kind of gooey and sticky and so you don't want to leave them in your pocket too long because they might melt. So I'd like to give away a set of those. So maybe next Thursday, maybe this Sunday. I don't know. I guess it'll depend on when we could get it figured out. And then I'd also like to give away a medal. These are resin, the ones that are painted. These are some that I 3D printed, but these were actually cast, and these are metal. So 5 of them to somebody else. I'd like to give those away, but I can't do that tonight because I am Bessy-less, and so I can't do anything like that because I'm you know have to work within my limits, and trust me, they are very limited. So this Sunday of course, every Sunday we do a live game. Would you guys like us to work in more solo games? I really enjoy doing our live games because it gives us an opportunity to interact with y'all. And it gives us an opportunity to play with other folks, to to um, to let folks see how the rules work when other people are playing it. It lets folks see, when they have other questions that we haven't thought of. So that's always nice. So I love getting the opportunity to play with y'all on Sundays. But would you like to see an extra solo game once in a while? Maybe we put it on a different day. I don't know. It's my schedule's really screwy right now, so it's awfully hard to do much of anything. But let me know if you guys would like to see a solo game worked in once in a while, either on Sunday or on a different day. That's important. I need your feedback, so be sure and leave me a comment either in the chat because I'll go back and read the chat. So mind your P's and Q's. I'm talking to you, Telemachus. Uh, I do kind of consider it a badge of honor to be called weird by Dave. Yes, yes, in fact. Grandma, not a kid. Okay, all right. I'll go with that. We're all a kid at heart. I always say. Telemachus, you say goodbye, and I say hello, hello, hello. Yes, she says. I don't know if that's talking about the solo game. Yes to solo. If you type it yes again. Oh, nice. Those are cool. The counters. Okay, that's what I think she's talking about. I do like the metal ones. Oh, double dog dare. Oh dear. Um, Okay. Won't be here next Thursday. Anyone else getting the Circle of Paws? I don't think I've seen it. We do stream at 1080p. I don't know. I right now I'm playing it on mine at 480. I know if I bump it up to 1080, sometimes I'll get a little bit of a lag, or at least I used to. I bet you I could bump it up now though. But for those of you on really good internet connections, don't hesitate to double check it and bump it up to 1080. I would like some solo games, Dennis Cross says. Okay. It's good to see a variety of play. Good, good. Stream looks good to me tonight. Very good. All right. Super awesome. I'll take either solo or competitive. All right. So we are going to do the Peter Pan stuff for at least one more week, which will be this Sunday, and we're playing with Vern Jeske this Sunday. So I think we're going to switch up the Peter Pan League a little bit. I don't know exactly what the baddies will be in this next scenario, but I think we might do jungle cannibals. So there's Jungle Cannibals is marked on the Cannibal Cove, and it's well known that there's a jungle there that has cannibals around Cannibal Cove. So I'm thinking that we throw some cannibals into the next scenario. And I'm thinking that we'll switch up the league a little bit. Maybe do Wendy as the sidekick. Maybe do Michael and John as allies. I'm not exactly sure how we'll switch up the league, but I'd love to get your feedback as far as what you guys would like to see. Also, Steve Coleman says maybe a few solo videos besides the Sunday show. Okay. I usually only play solo. Okay, Brian G. Solo games would be good. Eric Miller says, cannibals, what do they eat? I don't know. I don't know. Twinkies, from what I hear. Gilligan Island cannibals, probably, probably not the bad kind, the nice kind of cannibals. So Peter Pan themed game for at least one more week, and then I'm not exactly sure what we're going to play after that, but I'm getting ready for switching over to doing some Hobbit setting, some Middle Earth Hobbit. And what I'm thinking is I would like to do it kind of centered around Bilbo. So my current thinking is that I would like to do it based on the time period maybe between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, because there's like a good 50, 60 years in between those two. So I'm thinking that there could be some opportunity for some extra little shenanigans, fun times kind of tossed in there. So I'd like to build it around Bilbo, and I think he'll be kind of the central character for it. And then maybe I'm leaning towards the idea of making him a leader level character, because that by that time he will have the ring. So that's kind of beefing him up as well. Plus he'll have the ability to, put it on once in a while. I was kind of torn about how to do the ring, but when you look back at how it played in The Hobbit, he was very frivolous with his use of the ring, right? He was putting it on practically every chance that he got. He was slipping the ring on. So it wasn't until really much later that Tolkien decided, hey, wait a minute, what if the ring's not a good thing? What if it's a bad thing? And then made it all kind of scary then. Two cannibals find it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Does that taste funny to you? Mm-mm. No, no, no. Okay. So what I could use some help with is, what do you think Bilbo should be? So for those of you that like to make up characters, here's a wonderful opportunity. I'd love for you to leave a comment, not so much in the chat, but come back to this video and leave a comment in it about how you would create Bilbo Baggins in the time period that I'm talking about, which would have the ring. So one of the things that I was thinking is that hobbits are really known to be pretty stealthy, right? Just in general. So I think in Pulp Alley, that's typically reflected by things like, um, finesse. Obviously, is the key to stealth. But then there are different abilities that you could put in there also to even beef up his stat even a little bit more. So definitely high finesse, stealthy. Yep, yep. Charlie Stout's on here. Hey, Charlie, why can't the cannibals stop laughing? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, the pain. Look at some of the stuff that I have going right now, and I already showed this, but I'll show it again because I like showing off my stuff. Hey, looky there. There's some trolls that we could work into an adventure. There's a giant spider that we could work into an adventure. There are some goblins that we could work into a Bilbo adventure. There, danger sense, perky sores. Yes, yes, danger sense. Interesting. And then I think a lot of these folks, minus maybe some of the obvious uh, folks there. I think some of these characters here would work for humans too. I think these Saxons fit really good in there as different types of humans too. So that's possible. I don't really have any elves well, of course I do have elves, but I don't have any painted up yet. And I also don't have my hobbits painted. So Damien, if you're out there, if you're listening, if you got your ears on, good buddy. Um, Maybe I'll be sending some hobbits to you, or if somebody else wants to give hobbits a try, let me know. All right. So give me some ideas about Bilbo. Are you excited about a Bilbo themed multi scenario game? We typically do 3, 4, 5 games of a particular setting before I switch over to something else. So, what else would you guys like to see? Do you want to see some sci-fi? Do you want to see some colonial? Do you want to see some ancients? I didn't do very much RuneQuest. Do you want to see more RuneQuest? Do you want to see Dark Ages? So let me know what you guys would like to see out there. Do you want to see cyberpunk? Do you want to see post apocalypse? So, mutant madness, Grandma says. Very good. Very good. Yeah, we could definitely do a mutant madness sort of scenario or group of scenarios, and we have done them before. So, if you go back and look at some of our games, you'll find some post-apocalypse style scenarios that have a lot of mutants in them. There was one that was done by the anyway, I can't remember all of it. Leonard Nimoy's Bilbo Baggins song was special. Space 1889, yes indeed. Space 1889, or just Victorian sci-fi is what we kind of call it, Victorian sci-fi. We often do it on Venus rather than Mars, but same thing, same difference. Barsoom, he says. Darkest Africa. Yep, yep. That's one that we do fairly frequently. Africa would be cool. Very cool. All right. Get your comments in, your wish list of different settings that you would like us to play in. And that brings up a really good point. If you would like to play with us on Sunday, get your name in the hat. There's about, I don't know, I guess 10 or so people that are kind of rotating through. Um, on a regular basis. If you would like to get involved and get signed up to play in a game as well, we'd love for you to get signed up. So send us an email or a message on Facebook and say sign me up, and we'll try and figure out a date that we can slide you in there. A Cthulhu-ish style story would be good too. Yeah, yeah, we love doing that. James Bond, some spy-fi. Yeah, Steve, good stuff. Good stuff. That would be a ball too. Yeah, it always helps to kind of get some suggestions in advance because that means we can take time to kind of start trying to piece stuff together like I'm kind of doing with the Hobbit stuff, and I'm not just kung fu gonzo. That would be fun. Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun. So that we could find, a Solomon Kane. That would be awesome. Give me some ideas where there's some good Solomon Kane miniatures. I got one years ago, but I don't really like it. I have a figure that was almost just designed to be a Solomon Kane, but I'm not really happy with it. So I probably would rather have something else. I saw some miniatures in the Pulp figures range for their first contact because that kind of falls into that same time period that I thought would almost work for a Solomon Kane as style character as well. But if there's a really good Solomon Kane out there, let me know if anybody knows where I could find a really good Solomon Kane miniature. Lucid Eye had some that almost worked, but they were definitely more Puritan than fighter, if you know what I mean. So um, there's some good ones out there, but I'd like to see. Etsy had some that was close. Okay. Still need to get my 3D printer up and running again. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining. If you haven't already, please take a moment right now and make sure you hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. Get subscribed to our little channel. If you're already a subscriber, be sure to hit the bell. Bessy, play us out of here. Thank y'all so much for joining tonight. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Doodle doo 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 doodle doo 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 doo. Bye, everybody.